What is up guys, this is Tito back with another video on the Redmi K20 Pro, and today in this video I'm going to be showing you the latest Corvus OS on this device. And this is the 25th August 2020 build. If you notice from here, as you can see in the build date section, it says 25th August 2020. And here we have the Corvus logo up top in the Android version, and the Android version of course says Android 10. This is the Corvus version 8.5 Sage official build, and if you are wondering what's different over here, well, let me actually show you. In the change logs it does not say like a lot of things. Here only it says inline immensity fix and stuff, then it says added pixel walls. That's it. This is kind of a hot fix for the Redmi K20 Pro, I guess. Yes, I did a previous video on the Corvus 8.0 on the Redmi Note 5 Pro, but this one is actually for the Redmi K20 Pro. So let me just focus on this device. So in the Android version section, again, the device shows as Rafael. The maintainer over here is Ritz. And if you tap on this changelog, yes, you will find some changelogs over here that you can read it out from here. There is the port face unlock feature. Then we have added support for Mi Sound FX and the direct support and stuff, and OS compact VoLTE logo and stuff. These kind of things have been added, and I would say yes, there are a little bit of changes here and there, but yes, it's not a lot. If you're moving from 8.0, you will see very minor differences in my opinion. The security patch again is latest of August 5th 2020, and here is the build number again. Here we have the immensity kernel Mi 9 FOD, here it says. So this is not the loss FOD. And by the way, I have flashed the GApps version of this ROM, which is about 1.4 GB, and there is also a without GApps version in case if you want to flash it. And if you want to flash this ROM, you can watch this video from the cards right here. If you are moving straight to a custom ROM from MIUI, you can just follow that video. And this ROM, let me tell you, is based on OSS vendor. This is not a MIUI vendor based ROM. So if you're worried about OSS vendor problems, like you are connected with a headphone with the 3.5mm headphone jack, and if that headphone has those volume rockers, yes, they do not simply work. But yes, the normal volume rocker on the device does work, and this is how the volume panel actually looks like. And yes, you can just expand it just like this and control any other volume in the UI. So yeah, that is pretty good. It is working fine. But if you're worried about more things like the volume problem, or like whenever you're doing some calls with some apps like Duo or WhatsApp video call in other OSS vendor ROMs like those AOSP extended Quads 4, it had that problems and stuff while doing a video call with those apps. But here those problems have been totally fixed, and there is no problems at all while doing some calling and stuff. Like if you're doing some Duo video calling or WhatsApp video calling, there is no problem with the headphone jack or something. The audio quality is great in this ROM overall. And since I'm talking about the audio over here right now, let me just show you. As you can see, there is this Dolby audio option. So this actually does work fine. You should not worry about it much. The volume overall with the speakers, with the headphones everywhere is just too loud over here, and you won't be having any problems like using it as your daily driver. If you're worried about your music quality or something with the headphone jack or even the loudspeaker, the volume output is really loud and great and clear. Now first, let me talk about the stock launcher here. Well, to the left of this stock launcher, we have the Google's Discover page, and this is actually the Corvus launcher present over here. If you are wondering, as you can see, it says Corvus launcher up there, and in the settings we have this MISC settings, and right here we have this hidden and protected apps. And if I tap over here, let me show you. This is how the panel should look like, and you can lock each app from here, or you can hide an app if you want to. Like there is all the apps, you can just tap over here to lock any particular app. So that is very cool feature in my opinion. And by the way, when you have locked some apps, this is how it will look. As you can see, it says protected apps, and right now I have to tap the fingerprint scanner, then only it will unlock. Let me show you again. And here, as you can see, right now it has unlocked the app over here. Here you can use the pin or the fingerprint scanner. So yeah, with the fingerprint scanner it unlocks almost instantaneously. So no issues with the app lock over here. Let me go back. We have this allow home screen rotation. Then inside gestures, we have this double tap gesture. You can set it to anything else over here, but I have it set to screen off. So you can use it with any other gesture from here. And there is the notification gesture, clear all and stuff. Then inside home screen, we have a lot of things like these: lock desktop, show Google app, etc., show gradient and stuff. Let me go back. Inside icons we have more options, but the only thing which disappoints me about this stock launcher, I would say this like top suggestions panel I cannot simply disable. This is one single thing that disappoints me about this stock launcher. Everything else is very smooth and fast, no issues whatsoever in the UI, and even widgets and stuff is working fine. And again, the double tap to sleep actually works super fine, no issues, and even double tap to wake, as you can see, is working fine. I did some customizations for the lock screen which I'll show you later on. Let me show you the fingerprint scanner speed now from the lock screen, and as you can see, unlocked. Now let me show you from the lock screen itself with the left hand thumb, unlocked. Just notice the fingerprint scanner speed, it is very fast. From the always on display, unlocked. Let me try it again from the always on display, unlocked. Now I'll try with night light turned on. Now let me just double tap from the always on display, unlocked. Let me do it from the always on display, left thumb, night light turned on, and unlocked. Now I will try with the lock screen, night light turned on, right hand thumb, unlocked. Then with the left hand thumb, lock screen, night light turned on, unlocked. The fingerprint scanner has no issues whatsoever over here. It is very reliable and fast all the time. And here is how the quick settings panel looks like, and of course you do have a screen recorder and FPS counter as well. Talking about the FPS counter, the default refresh rate over here is actually 66 Hz, and as you can see here it says 66 FPS, and the refresh rate, as you can see, it moves around between 66 and 67. As you can see right now it says 67 Hz, so that is very cool. If you want a fastest UI on the Redmi K20 Pro right out of the box, this would be right now my recommendation, specifically for high refresh rate usage. If you want a game or something, if your game supports high refresh rate, definitely you should go for this Corvus OS right now, since you get all these things right out of the box here. And again, talking about the screen recorder and stuff, yes, you do get a oxygen vest kind of screen recorder, and the resolution you can set up to 3840 by 2160, which is 4K. Then we have the bitrate changing option up to 24 Mbps. Then the number of frames you can change up to 60 FPS over here, and you can change the audio source to internal or the microphone audio over here, so that is very cool. And here if you go into the edit section, and you can add bunch more toggles if you want to, and as you can see, these are the toggles that you get. You also have this themes option if you need that. Then you have some more app kind of toggles over here. You also have this Dolby audio over here. If you want to, you can add that. Also, DC dimming feature is there. You can add this. You can just enable it right from the quick toggle section. One more very cool feature of this ROM, I would say, in my opinion, this ANX camera is present by default, and this actually works fine even with the front camera and stuff, as you can see, and with the rear camera too. And switching between lenses is very fast, as you are noticing over here. So yeah, no issues with this ANX camera. It does take normal pictures pretty fast. The only bummer about this stock ANX camera, I would say, is the portrait mode. And as you can see, it just opens the front camera and closes it up. I don't know why it happens. I just cannot use this portrait mode right now. It just shows this blurry kind of thing. So yeah, the portrait mode is buggy here. Now in terms of rear camera video, we have up to 4K 60 FPS shooting option, as you are noticing. Yes, you can actually switch to it and you can shoot videos up to 4K 60 FPS, no problems. And if you want to see the front camera video resolution, and as you can see, you can shoot up to 1080p 30 FPS over here. And I did also install Google Camera 7. This is actually working totally fine. And if you want to install this Google Camera and have these night sight and stuff, everything like the astrophotography, you can set it up just like me, and you can click on the card right over there to set up the Google Camera, as I did over here. Jumping into the settings, we do have this Raven's Lair, themes and stuff. Then inside network, let me actually show you inside mobile network. We do have this Wi-Fi calling option. So if you want to have Wi-Fi calling, yes, this feature is there. The stock dialer over here is the Pixel dialer or Google dialer, you may call. And here we do not get any call recording option, at least for me did not appear. But there is the video calling option, and the VoLTE calling actually works fine, not a problem. And inside system, we do not find any system updater. That is a bummer. And here we have the gestures, and from here you can set this gesture navigation. And as you can see, there is the navigation bar handle length and thickness adjustment. I have set it to highest, so that is why the spill bar over here looks pretty thick. So you can customize it that way, or you can use these kind of customizations too if you want that. And there is the 2 and 3 button navigation that is present there. There is the front camera sound effects option in the system panel, so you can change that. And there is the camera LED. You can disable that for some reason if you want to. The stock keyboard over here is Google Keyboard or Gboard, because I have flashed the GApps variant of this ROM. Now I'll show you the customization part later on in this video, but first Let me just open this battery settings and let me show you this is how it looks like. And as you can see, there is the battery temperature, designed battery capacity, and the charging cycle is present over there. So you can see your charging cycles for some reason if you want to. And there is the screen on time, and I would say you can get really great battery life over here. In my opinion, this is one of the best battery life ROM that you can get. Yes, in my screenshots I know there only is like about 6 hours of screen on time, but I'm pretty sure this ROM can get you about 8+ hours of screen on time easily. And here I have used the phone really heavily, 1+ hours of like duo video calling and stuff. I would consider that as a really heavy usage. So yeah, I would say you can definitely get like 8+ hours of screen on time in a normal light day. And here we have the battery saver, adaptive battery and stuff. Then if you want to see the full usage, you can just tap on the top part, and here is how it looks like. Now in the display settings, this is how it looks like. We have all these animations up there. Then we have the brightness level, adaptive or auto brightness, night light is there, screen timeout and lock screen timeout both are there. So as you can see, there is the 30 minutes lock screen timeout if you want that for some reason. There is the screen attention feature too if you want that, and rotation settings are there. You can have the 180-degree rotation if you want that. Then we have the colors set to boosted, and we have the font size, display size, DPI changing option. Lock screen display is there, and as you can see, always on display and stuff is there. Let me go back. We do have the double tap to wake over here. Then we have the wake up on plug. You can disable it if you want to, like me, as I did it. And inside styles and wallpapers, let me show you. This is how the clocks appear, and you can set it to these many presets of the lock screen clocks. Then inside wallpapers, we have this on-device wallpaper and stuff, and you do get these live wallpapers over here too. So these are pre-downloaded live wallpapers. You don't have to download them separately. You just set any live wallpaper and it will be applied right away. You don't need to download them separately here. Now let me just jump into the sound settings. This is how it looks like. Again, live caption mode is there, so you can use it that way. And there is this Dirac sound enhancer. So this is the Mi Audio Dirac, and you can set it to youth edition or something. The sound output via the headphone jack is great even with Dolby Vision and this Audio Dirac enabled. Let me go back. We have this media volume, call volume, etc. And then there is the shortcut to prevent ringing and stuff. Then we have the ringtone changing option, of course. Dial pad tones and stuff is there. Then screenshot sound, touch vibration, touch sounds, etc. you can disable. Then we have the vibration and haptics, and from here you can enable or disable this in-call vibration, vibrate for calls, vibrate for notifications, and then ringtone vibration pattern and stuff. You can change this to anything else. Now inside security, we do have the face unlock over here. Now let me just quickly set up the face unlock. So right now if I double tap to wake, and as you can see, it unlocks the device right away. Let me just try it again. So yeah, this has that feature where you just double tap and it will pop out the camera and it will unlock your phone. Now here you can also enable this swipe to unlock feature. So if I enable that right now, let me just double tap over here on the home screen. Right now I'll just double tap, and as you can see, from this lock screen I have to swipe up, then only it will pop out the front camera and it will unlock with the face unlock. Let me show you again the speed. And as you can see, it does that again. The face unlock speed is great, not a problem here. Now this is the moment when I will jump into the customizations. So sit tight, and this video is just gonna go long because of that. Let me just jump into this Raven's Lair. Here inside notifications, we have the heads up disabling option. Hide smart replies option is there. Then charging animation is there. Vibrate on plug, you can disable or enable that. Notification ticker is there. There is the edge lighting option. You can change the colors if you want to. For that, you just click over here, choose this custom section, and from here you can set any kind of like edge lighting color. You can choose from here. Light duration, light repeat count, you can change those. Let me go back. We have this blink flashlight on call. So this feature is actually from MIUI, I guess. Then we have the notification LED option. You can set notification LED, power app, some kind of settings. Let me go back to the MISC settings. Here we have the rounded corners, and yes, I did customize it. I did change the status bar padding to 15 dp so that the like battery icon and stuff is not too much to the corners, because these black borders over here on the tempered glass which I use is just too much huge, I guess. Let me go back. We have the display cutout settings, so for some reason if you want to use that, you can. Let me go back. We have the screen animation, and from here we have the list view animation and stuff, then disable transition animation, etc. things are there. Then screen off animation, you can change it to CRT or scale or simple fade. From here you can change the SLUnux mode, I guess. Then we have the screenshot type changing option, and this actually you have to set to take full screen and extended screenshot. We have the pocket detection and stuff, block sensors, etc. option is there, as you can see. And then we have the swipe to text screenshot. Let me show you, this is the ASUS kind of screenshot where you do have long edit and share and delete option. Then we have the double tap to sleep option over here. This is for the status bar, I guess. And we have the when headset is connected, you will hear from both the speaker and headset, or you can choose it to headset only if you don't want to make too much noise, I guess. Then there is the settings dashboard icon changing option. Let me go back inside lock screen. We have the lock screen items, and here we do have the lock screen style, and from here I have changed this clock style and this date style, etc. And I am using it with dark with accent borders. That is why my lock screen looks like this over here. So if you want to see the settings, you can like do it just like me, and it should look like my lock screen. And then we have the lock screen charging animation changing option, and you can change it to flash, battery, drop, explosion, and water. Then we have the status bar section. Hide lock icon is there, then double tap on lock screen is there to sleep. And then we have the lock screen charging info, and it does appear, it does show up, and the 18-watt fast charging actually works fine here, not a problem. Then we have the music visualizer, media artwork and stuff. And then there is the lock screen album art. You can change it to gradient blur, accent tinted and stuff like that. Let me go back. We have the fingerprint preference. Now here I was really hyped about this feature, this fingerprint unlock. The always unlock with the fingerprint scanner is there, but I don't know why even after I reboot, this fingerprint unlock simply does not work, because the fingerprint icon over on the lock screen simply does not appear after a reboot over here, which I have noticed. It might not like happen with you, it actually may work for you, but I don't know why the fingerprint icon simply does not appear after a reboot. That is just how it is, and right now my storage is decrypted for your information. And here we have the icon customizer, and you can change the fingerprint icon to these 4 or 5 icons. One of them is like no icon at all. So yeah, you can use it that way. Then we have the recognizing animation and stuff. Recognizing animation changing option is there, so you can like change these animations from here. And you can have this pressed FOD icon color, and you can change the color to MIUI cyan, white, or Vivo yellow. Next up we have the status bar settings, and here we have the battery options, battery bar, then battery location and stuff, then battery icon changing option on the status bar. There is no big dotted circle or big circle over here, but there is the circle, dotted circle, filled circle, etc. options. And you can have the battery percentage next to the icon or inside the icon from here. Let me go back. We have the carrier level customization. Then we have the status bar clock option, and you can change the clock size and stuff from here. You can add the date, AM, PM, etc. So yeah, huge amount of customizations again. And inside icon manager, we have the status bar icons, headset, Bluetooth, extra icons you can add or edit from here. Then we have the notification count, signal switch. Bluetooth battery status does appear over here, not a problem. Now here in the quick settings panel, we have the quick pull down and stuff. You can have it to like right or left side. And then we have the vibrate on toggle touch, smart pull down is there, then quick setting footer text, settings icon, then edit icon, you can enable or disable that. Quick setting tint option is there, so you can have this random color, accent, or disco, some kind of thing. So yeah, you can have this kind of quick setting icons over here. Quick setting label tint is there, so you can choose to accent color or something else, so you can change these labels, like whichever you have enabled, it will show up just like this on your accent color. Header image, you can customize that, and you can have it to anything like from here you can choose. Let me go back. We have the quick setting blur option, then quick setting background opacity, then column and row number customization is actually there. Then there is a brightness slider position, and you can change it to whatever you want. Then there is the brightness control, so you can actually control the brightness just by sliding a finger on the status bar, just like this. As you can see, it actually works. So this is a feature which I use on a daily basis, and I really like or love this feature. Let me go back. We have the traffic indicators, and you can use it if you want to. I don't use it. I use a separate app for this feature. And here in the hardware, we have the button section. Here we have the screen of power and toggle torch. This actually works fine. Then we have the volume steps and stuff, and the volume panel on the left side is there. Like I can enable it. I did enable it, and here this is how it looks like again. And here we have the music controls, then volume, rocker, wake, reorient and stuff is there. Let me go back. We have the navigation bar settings. Here we have the system navigation gestures again, and then we have the on-screen nav bar, pulse, etc. Arrow animation is there, and then long swipe left or right option is there. Then extended swipe kind of thing is there. Haptic feedback does happen. And inside power menu, we have the advanced reboot feature. So let me show you. We do have this advanced settings, and from here you can directly reboot to recovery or fast boot. Now if you're looking for themes, here you have to go to the themes, and inside accent color you can choose any accent color from here. As you can see from this color picker, you can choose anything else. And inside font type, we have plethora of fonts. As you can see, you can just scroll through them, and there is the OnePlus Lair and stuff, Samsung one, everything else is there. Let me go back. We have the icon shape options, so you can change between these many icons, and we have the status bar, quick setting icons and stuff. Then we have the quick setting header style, you can change that. And then we have the switch style. Like, this is really great that you can change the switch style. This is the toggle switch appears in the settings, like you enable some feature or some you disable, so that those kind of toggles you can change it from here. And then there is the system theme. I have changed it to pitch black whenever I am using with the dark theme. This pitch black means this uses the AMOLED display, so the blacks does not simply lit up, so that is very good. The pitch black option is there. You can also use with a lot more features like this Google Dark, Solaris Dark, Choco X, Baked Green, etc. features. Or you do have this Corvus Clear option. Now, if you want to see the performance, let me open some apps and show you guys the FOD speeds and the RAM management over here. So let's just open Twitter, Play Store, YouTube. Just notice the FOD speeds here. It is like very smooth. I have no problems with the FOD speeds or the RAM management here. Let's open Spotify now. Now let's just open some more things. Let me show you the DRM info quickly. Here, as you can see, there is security level as L1, so that means you can stream Netflix or Amazon Prime in 1080p, so that is not a problem. And the safety net test, let me open that too. And here, as you can see, it passes the safety net test, so that means you can use banking apps like Google Pay right out of the box. You should not worry about it. Right now, let's just go home and let me open some of the apps or all of those apps if they are in memory. And here, as you can see, looks like all of them are in memory. I don't know if Twitter reloaded or something. I'm not sure about that. Let me just open these. So yeah, looks like all the apps stays in memory, so this is not a problem. The memory management is great and all the apps do stay in memory, it seems like. So yeah, the RAM management over here is really great, and even the device does feel really fast everywhere in the UI, even though you have a lot of apps opened in the memory. And if you are looking for the Antutu score or the benchmarks, here are the Antutu and Geekbench score of this particular ROM. And of course, you can game on the highest settings possible in PUBG and stuff. Of course, there won't be 90 Hz, but yeah, you can play on 66 FPS for the games which supports it. So that's been it, guys. Thank you so much for watching this video. Give it a thumbs up if you liked it. Subscribe to the channel down there if you have not yet. This is Tito from KTN Tech signing off for today, and I'll be catching you guys in the next one. Bye bye now.